It's been a long time since we last spoke, hasn't it? Anyway, today I'm going to be talking to you about UFM.
What is UFM?
UFM is an internet radio station in which we specifically play original YouTube music.
Who presents UFM?
UFM is hosted by me because I thought of it, so at least I should get a little bit of recognition for it, and my friend Ross, because he's interested in radio and thought he'd join me. And also, if I was to present it on my own, it would just look incredibly awkward because I would just make it look boring, so he sort of livened it up a little bit, which makes it fun.
When is UFM?
UFM airs 2 episodes every Wednesday night at 8 PM, one after the other. We start at 8 PM, then after about half an hour we stop the broadcast, get another broadcast going, and then that leads us up to 9 PM. And why do we do that? Well, that's because that the people that do our broadcast, they actually charge us to go longer than half an hour, so we just do 2 episodes to make it free. Another thing is that it stops us from advertising because we not necessarily like ads, and I don't think you do either.
What happens in UFM?
UFM necessarily we just play original YouTube music, as I've said before, and also we talk about YouTube necessarily, and we want to talk with YouTubers themselves. We also want to have a good insight with what's happening in the YouTube community, such as VidCon and Summer in the City and all those big things that have been happening since YouTube began years ago. So if you do know anything that would really help us, such as contacts with VidCon or YouTube gatherings or with Summer in the City or with YouTubers themselves, please do drop us a little email, ufminternetradio@gmail.com, and I would really like that. Not only do we just talk, we also have a little bit of fun. Some of the things and segments that we do are Ross's Nameless Game. This is a game where he just thinks of 5 random words and then gives them to me, and I have to think of a story with them in a minute. However, he never thought of a name, so it's sort of just stuck, and that's how it's got its name. There's also the Odd News Reaction Action segment, and that is where I tell Ross the odd news which has been happening since we last spoke on the air, and then he reacts to it, and then we talk about it for a little bit. There's also Word Battle. This is a game that we play, and necessarily we would start off with a word, such as, I'll play it with a little sample with you. You would say, what sort of word has 2 letters? Then you would possibly say is, then I would say be, then we sort of work our way up, in the amount of letters, and we try and see if we can find the 27 letter word. And it can be in any language necessarily, but and whoever loses has to do the forfeit, and sometimes the forfeit is quite nice. Well, not quite nice. It's quite cruel for the person who loses, but it's quite fun for the public and for me because I get to watch it, or I get to make it, depending on who loses. So let's hope for the best. Please do tune in this Wednesday, 19th of June 2013, and you will see us live. I'll put a link in the description below. And also, I did a little blog post also down there, so please do check that out. It might give you a bit more information than this here, because you can at least choose what you read whilst I tell you what you have to listen to. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday, or hear from you Wednesday maybe.